The following segment is a paid commercial program by Heritage Bank, member FDIC. It's time for Ask the Expert on News Talk 1340 and 96.3 FM, KWLM.
And yes, indeed, time now for Ask the Expert. We're happy to be joined in studio today by Kelly Pickle, the Director of Enterprise Risk at Heritage Bank and a member FDIC. Kelly, thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Eric.
Well, I see you have a light sweater on. I tried to be brave this morning, come in with a short sleeve shirt. It was kind of chilly coming in.
It certainly was a big change from the weekend.
Right. Like it or not, I guess it's here.
Absolutely.
Well, a great topic today. We're going to dive into some very valuable and useful information when it comes to your banking accounts. We're going to look at what to do maybe and perhaps what not to do when it comes to a variety of life situations. So great topic today. We'll start off. What are the main ways to set up bank accounts and what should people consider when choosing their accounts?
Yeah. So the first thing that I'd say is you need to determine the purpose of the account. For instance, is it for your day-to-day household expenses? Is it an account for your minor child so that they can save? Or maybe it's their first checking account. Is it an account that you don't intend to take money out of very often, so you're going to use it to save for a rainy day or maybe save for retirement?
Sure.
Or it could be that you're going to keep your income and expenses from your side gig separate from your household account and your household expenses. So that would be the first. The next would be who owns the money. For instance, are you single or is it your money and you just simply don't want anybody else on the account with you? That would be an individual account. Or do you have a significant other, close family member that will own the account with you? Even if one person might just use it more than the other person. So some couples have a his account and a hers account. Or it could be a parent or a child account. And then that would be a joint account. The most common ownership types are the individual one, which is owned by that one person, and that's the only person who can access it. The next one would be the joint account, which is owned equally by more than one person. And this is one that's most common ownership structures, which addresses access while you're alive and upon your death, which is something that we really encourage people to consider when they're setting up their accounts. The last thing that you should consider is access to the account. Again, what happens while you're alive and what happens upon your death. So, for instance, if the joint account, you can also add beneficiaries. So that would address what happens upon your death. So on an individual account, you would access it while you're still alive, but then a beneficiary, basically what you're saying is pay on death, pay my money to this person or this charity. And so that would take care of while you're alive and while you're dead. Now, or upon your death, excuse me. You can also add agents or signers on your account. And those are just people who might help you for convenience purposes. If you need help maybe getting your bills paid. And I always say kind of look at what would happen if you're in a car accident or you get really sick and you can't pay your bills. Is there somebody who can help you with that? And so adding an agent will do that. But the thing to consider on that is it ceases immediately upon death.
All right.
So no longer have that person can't help you with your account after your death.
Lots of great information. Lots of variables there.
Yeah, there really are.
Yeah. How does marriage typically link to, and how does that affect your bank account?
Well, in Minnesota, we're not a community property state, so nothing changes automatically with your account. So you're going to have to contact your bank and work with them to make the changes to your accounts that make sense for you and your family. And they can guide you through those options.
Right. No, not always an easy topic to discuss, but what steps should someone take with their bank account during a divorce? Yeah,
that is a difficult discussion to have, but just like nothing changes automatically when you get married, nothing changes automatically upon the finalization of a divorce. So again, if you don't make changes, your now ex-spouse would still be on that account if it was set up as a joint account, or if they were listed as beneficiaries on your account. So you need to go to your bank and contact your bank and work with them to get that information updated. But something to keep in mind on that is that a lot of banks won't let you just remove a spouse's name from the account. So you might actually have to close that account and set up a new one.
Right.
But again, the bank will help you with those automatic payments and those direct deposits and all of that. So we'll help you through it.
Well, you talked about the risk of that being left to the divorced spouse. Are there other risks too involved with joint accounts?
Technically, a joint account is owned equally by both parties. And we as a bank don't look at who's spending the money or who's putting money in the account. It's your account. We don't look at that.
Sure.
So the risks are that somebody spends the money that you're not aware of, and they could cause an overdraft that you're not aware of or that you didn't cause, but because it's owned jointly by both of you, you're both responsible for that.
Right.
So really just look at it, it's owned equally, and it doesn't matter to us who uses it or who doesn't use it.
Yeah. All right. Another term that we hear often, what is a power of attorney, and when they may need that to use for their bank accounts?
Yeah, so a power of attorney is a legal document that allows one person to act on behalf of another in financial and legal matters. So in the case of a bank account, a power of attorney, or a POA is the abbreviation for the acronym, that can be really useful for situations where someone, again, needs help managing their finances. Maybe, again, you don't want to add that person onto your account as an owner, but they can help you with your finances. It just makes it easier for them, or it allows them to handle your transactions, pay your bills, oversee the account activity without actually being an owner. This arrangement solves the problem of if you have an individual account and you need somebody to help with your bills while you're alive.
Right.
But again, a power of attorney ceases upon death of the account holder or of the person who granted the power of attorney. It's also really crucial to remember that they are active almost immediately, unless specified within the power of attorney documents. And so, again, we don't look to see what that power of attorney is doing with your account.
Sure.
So it's really important that you're choosing somebody that you completely trust when you name them as power of attorney.
Yeah, that's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
How do wills and trusts impact what happens to your bank accounts after you pass away?
Yes, this is a little bit deeper. So a will, again, is a legal document that's drawn up by your attorney that outlines how you want your assets, including your bank accounts, to be distributed upon your death. So if your bank accounts are in your name only and not jointly owned, or you don't have any designated beneficiaries, then your account will typically go through probate.
Right.
It'll go to your estate and then go through probate. So this probate is a court-supervised process where the executor of your estate is tasked with distributing your assets as spelled out in your will. A trust is another type of legal arrangement that's also used for estate planning purposes. Generally, again, you're going to go to your attorney to get a trust drawn up. And then within the trust arrangement or trust agreement, you're going to specify who should have access to your assets in your trust while you're alive and upon your death. Sound familiar?
Right, yeah.
But instead of just saying that we want to pay on death the balance of my account to this person or this charity, the trust can get more granular because it will literally take the place of a will.
Oh, sure.
Which means that it'll likely address the disposition of your other assets. For instance, your trust can specify that upon your death, you want your special cat to be taken care of in a certain manner. Or it can say, I want my niece Susie to have my favorite china, in addition to your bank accounts. And then because a trust doesn't die, then your accounts, your assets, your estate doesn't go through probate.
All right.
But just a reminder, I'm not giving legal advice.
Right.
So I recommend you have a thorough conversation with your attorney with regard to what you want done, what you really want done, and then they'll help you determine which legal document to select.
Yeah, a lot to think about there.
Yeah.
Should people update account ownership or beneficiaries when creating or revising these legal documents?
They absolutely should. Yeah, because there's really a lot to consider, and this is just the perfect time to do that. Make sure that you're taking the opportunity to step back and you've considered all eventualities and look forward. A lot of people don't take the time to look forward and look down the road of what and decide what you want to happen. So you want to make sure that you're not missing anything or anyone, and that you're not creating conflicts. For instance, if you have your children listed as beneficiaries on your bank accounts, then you do maybe do a will, and it says you want your favorite charity to have, a certain percentage of your money or a set dollar amount upon your death. That's a conflict there that you want to make sure that you're working through and you can get both things accomplished.
Right. And a lot of these situations, it seems to be proactive. Being proactive seems the way to be.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. Because after the fact, there isn't anything that you can do.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you have beneficiaries on other assets beside banking accounts, maybe like insurance policies, of course, investment accounts as well?
Absolutely. And you really should do that. Again, it's looking ahead, because if you don't make those designations yourself, then either the executor of your will is the one who will make those designations for you, make those decisions for you, or if you don't have a will, then state law steps in and really dictates some of those things for you. So, yeah.
In your advice, how often do you think customers should review their account ownership and that beneficiary information?
Honestly, this is one of those things that anytime you have a new life event, you should really step back and look at your finances, look at your accounts, your investments, all of that. Some of the things that we've already talked about, for instance, marriage and divorce, but also anytime you have a new baby or a grandbaby, minors who are turning 18, who are maybe graduating high school or graduating college, or if you receive an inheritance, or maybe your spouse has passed away, or just getting ready for retirement, or you've hit retirement. Those are all perfect opportunities to step back and reevaluate.
Great. What should someone do if they want to remove or change a beneficiary on their account?
It's really super easy. Contact your bank, and they will work with you and get the paperwork drawn up for it. Super easy.
You guys are into that business and know exactly what to do.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, if someone would like to learn more or sit down and talk to you deep, it's a lot to ingest, right? This is a lot to talk about.
It is. It absolutely is. Yeah. So we have banking specialists at all of our branches, and locally it's Wilmer, Spicer, Pennock, and Raymond, and they can help you with those decisions. Give you some of the options, kind of what we've just talked about here, or and give you information that you can take home, talk with your family members if you want to do that. But yeah, we can help you with those conversations, so you can stop into our branches or you can call us, and we can help you with those questions, whatever you might have.
Great. Yeah, some of these topics, never fun to talk about, never fun to deal with, but it has to be.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. It has to be done. But we try to make it as quick and painless as possible. But everybody's situation is different. There's no cookie cutter answer. No. So, so it's really important that you decide what you want done with your money.
Great. Kelly, great topic today. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, thank you, Eric.
All right, Kelly Pickle, Director of Enterprise Risk over at Heritage Bank, NA, member FDIC, on today's Ask the Expert.